like I said before, we've had business in Jamaica before. There's a lot of red tape around it. So, and I'm not going to underplay the fact that there's a lot of red tape around doing business in Jamaica, because there is. No, you like Jada, he loves Jada Kingdom. Listen, we went to Sands and Jada gave us the show. So it's Jada Kingdom for him. His eyes were just... I mean, giving back has always been something that we've always wanted to do, but we might not have had the means to do it. So no matter what it is that you're earning, you have to give back to your local community. So we do give back.
LiveFast Jamaica.
Alright people, welcome back to our next episode of 10 Startup to Success. And this week's episode we are speaking with George and Karen Balfour, owners of Jamaica Valley. And before we get into the conversation, we like to say big up to our sponsors, FYAH Factory. They are responsible for the printing, JOE Company Ltd and Rumstripe. Alright, so what's up? How are you doing today?
Good, thank you.
Alright, so it's a good feeling to see we have guests on the podcast that you spoke to before we even started the podcast.
Yeah.
And you also gave us some encouraging words, telling us that we should do it. And it's really nice to have you here today.
It's nice to be here.
Nice to be here.
So I guess I would probably think you're from Senton, am I correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are originally.
Alright, so where in Senton are you from?
Well, I'm from a little district up in the hills called Maida. That's close to Alexandria.
First I'm hearing of that district in Senton.
And then,
when I was 14, then I migrated to Brownstown. So that ages ago. Yeah.
and then my family are originally from a place in the hills called Madras. And my grandparents migrated years ago. Well, they were in England and they came back in the 70s to Jamaica and they migrated to Brownstown. So we're both really from Brownstown. That's really our place, which is Brownstown.
Okay, nice. Alright, so first question, I guess the viewers can probably hear that UK accent. Alright, so you're not living in Jamaica currently?
At the moment we're based in the UK.
Okay.
Just for the purposes of the business, really. So yeah, we're based in the UK at the moment.
All right. So, how did Jamaica Valley come about, and how did that name come about as well?
Well, was in Jamaica doing business. Well, at one time was I think about 2004. Leave the UK back to Jamaica, doing some business. We were here for about 7 years. Karen was here for about 3 years, 4 years, somewhere.
5 years.
5 years. And then she went back to England. I was here doing other stuff. And then just get fed up, leave Jamaica, went back to the UK and was there, and then was sitting one day and I said to Karen, say, you know, we should start some importation to England. And then, no, what happened was you're running a restaurant, to be frank, and then we have this season guy who used to supply us with season and thing. So when it come out, this argument come out in England, I think about...
Need to speak up.
Oh, I think about him. So I said to Karen, and Karen said, that's a good idea. So I came back to Jamaica and approached him at that time, and he said, yeah man, it's a good idea, he can do it. But he can't make the amount we want at the time, for him was just making like only like £300, the highest he never make.
Okay.
You understand me? And we said, no man, you can do it. So we had us like £1,000 from him. And then we went back to England and was talking, and Karen said, we said to Karen, say, we're gonna make a name. And then Karen come up with the name Jamaica Valley. And he said to me, say, what about the name Jamaica Valley? And I said, yeah, that's a good name. And that's where Jamaica Valley launched from the name.
Okay, so I guess Karen would be the perfect person then to tell me how she came up with the name Jamaica Valley.
I think it's the way I came up with Jamaica Valley is just that we're basically I was thinking about our roots and where we're from, and we're kind of from the valleys, from the hills.
Okay.
So I just thought Jamaica Valley would be kind of fitting to our roots, where we come from. So that's the main reason why I thought of Jamaica Valley. It actually was just a name that I could see could become a household name.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was Jamaica Valley your first business venture?
No.
In the UK.
Yeah, in the UK.
In the UK.
We've had quite a few. As George had said, we were living in Jamaica before, so we had quite a few companies in Jamaica before. So we had an auto parts shop, a wrecker service.
Well, Lovell's. It was called Lovell's Auto Sales Service and Tour Limited. It was
And
based
then-
outside in Runaway Bay.
Yeah, and we had a restaurant, bar.
A nightclub, so
Yeah,
a
so we
nightclub
had-
called Mingles.
We had quite a few.
Brownstone.
We had quite a few businesses.
And it's very interesting that you mentioned that, because a lot of people, I don't know if those businesses are still around.
No. The thing is, the businesses aren't around anymore. I would say the main reason why the businesses are not around, without getting too political, is Jamaica's quite a difficult place for. I was 25 at the time,
Yes.
and I wasn't used to the system in Jamaica personally. So a lot of ideas that I had brought from England to St. Anne, I don't know if the people were ready for those ideas. And also there's a lot of political things that I realized go into when you're having a business in Jamaica, because we also had a really good business which was importing used tires, very good quality used tires, but there was a lot of bureaucracy around that, and that's why we decided to just leave, because if we can't do business in a country, then we can't stay there, because we're business people. So yeah.
Yes, I was saying earlier, it's important that you mention that, because a lot of people would probably start one business, and if for whatever reason they're not getting the desired feedback, they would probably stop. But I guess you guys are a testament to being consistent, because here you are a couple of years later with one of the probably largest seasoning brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do a lot.
Food brands.
Food brand
in the UK.
We are one of, not the largest, but one of the.
Tell me some of the products that you offer.
So we've got the seasonings are our main products. So the seasonings are basically our top sellers. So we have about 7 different types of seasoning, including chicken, fish, vegan, all-purpose. So we have our seasoning, which is like our flagship of products. And we also have instant teas, so instant ginger teas as well, which also are like our top sellers as well. So the teas are doing really well in the UK. And we have condiments, so sauces and syrups.
And we do like fruit punch.
Yeah,
and
fruit punch, carrot juice.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've added products accordingly, really, to the brands.
We do like
over the years.
we do like akis, kalaloo.
Yeah, we do tin aki, kalaloo as well,
yeah.
because the foreign market, they cannot get those type of things
Yes.
there, so it's very, very important for us
coconut milk
to do those type of things.
All right, so you just listed all the products that you do currently, but are those all the products that you started with? And if not, what are the products that you started with?
We started with
the seasonings
and
teas.
And we started with herbal teas, so not the teas that we currently have. So we started with teas, the herbal teas, the seasonings, and also Jamaican black castor oil. So what we had decided when we started the business is that any product that cannot sustain itself, we would immediately get rid of it, because it doesn't make any sense in us kind of having this love for a product that is not actually selling. So it was just straight, whichever product can sustain itself, that's what we're going to keep. The Jamaican black castor oil couldn't sustain itself because in the market there's just so many kind of off-cut brands of watered down black castor oil that the price that we were producing it for and having to sell it into the market, we couldn't sell it at a competitive price. But once people actually used it, they realized it was the real thing. But it took too long to get it into the market for people then to try, so we kind of scrapped that. And then there's herbal teas, which we want to go back into. The only reason we stopped the herbal teas is because we were doing herbal teas from scratch. So we were doing like soursop, moringa, guinea hen weed, like peppermint, all of the proper old school herbal teas we were actually doing. But the problem is we were having to source that ourselves, dry that ourselves, grind that ourselves in Jamaica, and repackage in tea bags. But our packaging was lovely because it was kind of unique and it really did well. But it was just, we weren't here to monitor what was going on, and so we had to kind of we couldn't continue the teas. But it's something that we're definitely gonna get back into because it's needed in the international market, because herbal teas are something that sell a lot on the international market.
Okay, all right, listening to your response, I want to ask, are you the type of business owners that are hands-on, or you're mostly focused on management and marketing, or what?
I don't think either of us are really focused on, we're very hands-on. You know, when it comes to management, I don't like to tell people what to do, although I might come across as that, but I like to just be hands-on in my business. So we both, I mean, George, you can just say what is it you do in the business?
Well, I'm the one responsible like marketing, sales. So I go all over the UK from east to west, north, south, London, all the way to Manchester, which is like 4.5 hours drive out of London. I do that like once a month to Manchester. And then I do Birmingham, Nottingham, Bristol. So I do the whole, well, most of the Jamaican, Jamaicans are, which are those areas. Yeah, so I do the sales most, and Karen do.
He does, George does all the deliveries. So we don't have a delivery company. We've single-handedly done this all on our own.
Yeah.
So all the deliveries have always been done by us, by George. And so we're very hands-on. I mean, at the moment we're in the process of crossing over to a distributor. I mean, we could probably talk about that a little bit later. So we're kind of in the process of that now, because we're trying to come away from so much hands-on, because we've got other countries that we want to expand into. So with that, we kind of need to be a bit more free. But in terms of social media, everything kind of back office, basically everything is myself. So the warehouse that we have in the UK, my daughter is currently running that. So she currently does all the operations for the warehouse in the UK. And then, to be honest with you, it's been a lot of our family members that have jumped in over the years and made Jamaica Valley their full-time job. You know, come and gone, but at some point, Jamaica Valley's been their full-time job. They've come into the warehouse, helped to do like pack, many different things. Even my brothers have come in and been drivers before. And so it's really a family business, to be honest with you. And we tend to we're very hands-on with what goes on.
All right, so quality control now, because seeing that you're really hands-on, is there a strategy that you plan to implement as in to maintain the quality? Because, you know, normally when it's a lot harder to control when you have a larger team. So you think that will be an issue, or you have plans in place to prevent that?
Well, the thing is, like I said, we're quite hands-on, and our children have been a part of the business from since they were younger.
Okay.
So my oldest daughter is 21, and like I said, she's the operations manager. So she knows how things are supposed to be with regards to quality. We're very, very strict on quality. Our products, I mean, so she knows. We have things in place. So we do regular checks to make sure the quality of the products is how we expect it to be. And also, we use the products at home. We use Jamaica Valley. We don't use anything other than Jamaica Valley, which a lot of the other brands that might be out there, people are just putting things into the market, nothing that they've ever used before. Their family doesn't use it, so the quality can go down. But if we detect that there's any issues with quality, immediately we're on it. So, and the thing is, if our customers have any form of complaint or anything, which we hardly have any complaints from our customers, to be honest with you, because we're very strong on customer service as well. But we listen to our customers and we try to improve in all areas that we can.
Okay, all right, you just mentioned you use the products at home. Who is the chef in the relationship?
I'm the chef in the relationship. He can cook but won't cook. So yeah, I'm the chef.
I cook at times when
he cooks.
If you're away, I cook.
Well, if I'm away now, the kids cook.
Okay.
So he very rarely cooks now. Yeah, but I'm the chef.
All right. What would you say is your favorite seasoning from the lineup that you have?
We've got a new seasoning, actually, called Season to the Bone. And I'm loving that seasoning. It's just an all-round seasoning. You can just use it on its own, with a little bit of the Scotch bonnet pimento, and it can, so but I don't really have a favorite, but I would say if you're gonna add something to your collection, you need to have the Season to the Bone. That's necessary to be in your collection, which is the Season to the Bone.
Okay, all right. We know that majority of these companies that are producing seasoning, they are not as healthy as they would want you to think. Can you just give me a little walkthrough of the creation process of how you do the seasonings?
When we were first thinking about the business, the first thing we did was go to the supermarkets and check out what they had on the shelves. And we were really shocked and surprised at what there was in the seasoning section, just with regards to the ingredients that they're putting into seasonings.
Yes.
So I took the time to kind of Google all the E numbers and see what were these bulking agents that they're actually producing, what is it? And I won't even say, but believe you me, what I found you wouldn't want to eat. It's things with zero nutritional values, things that you didn't even know were edible, but it's in seasonings that you're eating. So the first thing you need to really ask yourself is, what is the agent that they're using in your seasoning apart from the spices? So our seasonings, we use cornmeal as our base. Cornmeal is a natural product that you can use, so that's our base. And we use natural spices, natural herbs. So you won't have, when you look at the ingredients on our seasoning, you're not going to see any E numbers. You're not going to see any long words that you don't know the meaning of. All of our seasonings are just rosemary, garlic, Scotch bonnet pepper, black pepper. So you will be able to know the ingredients that's on our products, on our seasonings. And we try to keep it like that because these are the natural things that we used to use in Jamaica from back in the day.
Yes.
So it's nothing really new to us. It's just that we've taken up habits from companies that don't really have that much integrity. So they will use things that are not the best. And we just do because we're eating the products as well. We're feeding our children with it. All of our family use our products and our people use our products, and we want to make sure that they're getting the best quality products when they're using Jamaica Valley.
Okay, nice. All right, you mentioned majority of the products, you can find them in the UK currently. Is manufacturing done in Jamaica?
Yeah. So all of our seasonings, I would say 98% of our products are manufactured in Jamaica. Any products that you see for us that are not manufactured in Jamaica is because there's not a factory in Jamaica for us to get those ingredients. For instance, our coconut milk, there's not a I've tried to explain to people all the time, there's not a coconut milk factory in Jamaica. There's not a coconut milk producer in Jamaica. So if you're going to use, doesn't matter the company that you use, it's not going to be manufactured in Jamaica. So most of the coconut milk that you have in the tin,
Yes.
it's manufactured, or even the powder, it's manufactured in Asia. So,
I didn't know
which
that.
is very unfortunate because I think there's a market for it here, and there's a market for quite a few things in Jamaica, coconut milk especially. So if anybody is really struggling to kind of come up with an idea for a business, go into manufacturing. That's where the money's at.
And we don't have as much coconut.
Yeah, and that's another issue with Jamaica. There's not enough coconut. If you think about Thailand,
Yes.
and places like that, you
Sri
go.
Lanka,
There's
India.
coconuts. Coconut is their main source. So, but in Jamaica, although we used to have a lot of coconuts, you know that the disease killed out most of the coconuts in Jamaica. So we just don't have that amount of coconuts to produce what it is that we need. But I would still say manufacturing is something that people need to start looking into in Jamaica. Start opening up your factory and manufacturing, even if it's coconut milk, you know, even if you're going to start off on a smaller level, or just there's so many things that you can manufacture. And what we need to realize is brand Jamaica is everything. So whatever is produced in Jamaica, when you go abroad with it, it will sell.
Yes.
It will sell.
All right. So is there any plans to probably expand manufacturing outside of Jamaica, or for the foreseeable future, it's definitely Jamaica?
Well, for the foreseeable future, it's Jamaica, because this is really what the brand is all about. It's all about Jamaica, and it's all about us manufacturing in Jamaica and giving back to Jamaica. So for the foreseeable future, any manufacturing that we're doing is going to be in Jamaica.
All right. The reason why I asked, is viewers can even check. There are a lot of products on the market now that, by the name of the products, you'd assume it's made in Jamaica, but when you check the label, it's not made in Jamaica.
Yeah.
I don't want to list any particular brand, but we know that Jamaica, as you said, Jamaica, the name Jamaica is a big brand.
Yeah.
So when something is labeled Jamaica, it's an automatic selling point.
Definitely.
So they take advantage of that.
Yeah, people do take advantage, and but I think the government of Jamaica is trying to find ways, or they're doing things now to kind of make sure that if you are using brand Jamaica, or if they're not, they should. Because if you're going to use brand Jamaica, then you should, even if it's, because for instance, like I said to you, there are products that Jamaicans want that are not produced in Jamaica. So what do? Do you just say you're not going to produce it? We couldn't do that, because we have to realize our competition, and we have to make sure that what our competitors are able to offer, we're also able to offer. For instance, the coconut milk is something that a lot of Jamaicans use, so it's something that we needed to have, and it wasn't available in Jamaica. But we're a Jamaican-owned company, we're a Jamaican brand, and we give back to Jamaica. So I mean, so there are a lot. I think there's a lot of it's quite complicated how the food industry works, to be honest with you. But brand Jamaica is big, huge.
Which product would you say is a top selling product? Or which product? Yes, a top selling product.
Top selling. What do you think? Probably
the spices.
Yeah, the spices on a whole.
And number one, selling the spice now, like the all-purpose.
And the Scotch bonnet pimento.
Scotch bonnet and pimento.
Yeah, so I think the Scotch bonnet pimento is a seasoning. It's literally just the Scotch bonnet and pimento, and that one is quite a good seller. So I think most people have that as part of their collection, the Scotch bonnet and pimento. But the seasonings as a whole sell very, very well, and people love the seasonings.
All right. I know that you have, like you mentioned, chicken, fish. You have vegan seasoning as well. I don't know if it's seasoning they call it.
Yeah, vegan vegetable seasoning.
Yeah, vegan
Okay.
vegetables.
All right. Was this something that you started initially, or it was customer feedback that pushed you to do vegan stuff?
Customer feedback. Everything that we've kind of developed from since we first started, we've tried to listen to the customers. So our customers would kind of email us and say, have you got a seasoning for oxtail? And we said, we don't, but we developed it. So our oxtail seasoning is infused with rosemary, which we know complements red meat. So we think about what we're doing when we're creating a seasoning for a particular, but all of our seasonings are vegan, by the way. So it doesn't matter, it doesn't, even if it says chicken.
Yes, I understand what you mean.
Even if it says chicken, we label it chicken, oxtail, fish, because the ingredients that we use inside of the seasoning complements a particular dish.
Yes.
So our oxtail seasoning, there's rosemary in it because it complements red meat. We've got leeks in our fish seasoning because it complements fish. So we've kind of tried to develop it in a way that everything is still vegan, plant-based, but it complements, because different herbs complement different dishes. So definitely we've developed things based on customer feedback. Yeah.
Okay, nice. All right. We know we have products available in the UK, and I think you have in the US and Canada now, right?
Yes.
So for those, for people in Jamaica who would want to get Jamaica Valley products, is there a timeline as to when we'll have the products in Jamaica?
We're working on it. To be honest with you, the most important thing that we would need in Jamaica right now, if anybody's out there and interested, is a distributor. Because even though we do our own distribution in the UK, we don't want to carry that same kind of business mode into Jamaica. So it would be easier for us to just have a distributor and we can just supply them with products. Failing that, we have got another warehouse that we're in the process of building in Runaway Bay at the moment. So we're hoping within the next 18 months, I would say, to 2 years. I know it sounds a little bit long, but there's a lot behind getting products into, even though the products are made here, it's not easy to just get the products out there into the market. So yeah, a distributor would be great.
All right, into that, the next question I was going to ask, for somebody who is watching this and saying, the products are already made in Jamaica, but you get them overseas and they're distributing overseas. Why is it so difficult to distribute in Jamaica? I don't know the process of distribution, but I don't know if you could like just give me just a small rundown as to why.
Well, what really happened now, because it's just two of us mainly, so it's a time factor.
Yes.
And then we're based in the UK, so because we have to do all of this distributing in the UK at the moment, but we're on the verge of getting a distributor in the UK. So as soon as everything sign off, then we can take on the Jamaican market.
Okay.
Yeah, and not only that, you just, like I said before, we've had business in Jamaica before. There's a lot of red tape around it. So, and I'm not going to underplay the fact that there's a lot of red tape around doing business in Jamaica, because there is. And it's not easy to do business in Jamaica in a proper, productive business way. And everything has to be done professionally. And sometimes it's just really difficult to do that, even to find people to work. You know, there's just a lot of red tape around it. So it's just going to be harder for us to get the product into Jamaica. However, if there was somebody who's already got their distribution set up, and they decided that they wanted to add Jamaica Valley to their brand, it would get into Jamaica much quicker because it's here already. So it would just be a matter of giving them the product that they're asking for and then get them to distribute it around Jamaica. So, I mean, even distribution, if somebody is looking to start a business startup, food distribution is huge. It doesn't matter if you're thinking, I don't really have the money to start that now. Start small. Jamaica Valley was started with £600. That's how Jamaica Valley was started. Everything, don't try to look too far ahead when you're trying to start a business. Just start small. Just say, okay, I want to start a distribution company. I'm gonna buy 5 cases of Red Stripe and then just start going to my local shop and probably distributing 1 case to my local stores until things get bigger. Most businesses start so small, you'd be surprised.
Yes.
You know. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay. All right. So we know the products are in UK and North America. What are the feedbacks from the different areas? Considering that people have different taste buds, so some people like the stuff spicy, some mild, some natural. Is there a difference in feedback?
The only feedback that we get for Jamaica Valley products is that people love them. In terms of it being mild, our seasonings are mild, and then we have, for instance, the Scotch bonnet and pimento seasoning. I think that's why it's popular, because if you don't like your seasoning too mild, then you can add the Scotch bonnet and pimento on top to kind of enhance the flavour and make it a little bit hotter. I personally don't like when my food is too pepper, so the seasonings are fine for me. The seasonings are not salty, they're not over pepper. What you will get when you use Jamaica Valley seasoning is flavour. So we're not trying to get heat, we're trying to get flavour that enhances every meal that you produce. And the feedback that we get is, this is the best on the market right now. Like, there's literally nothing else that tastes like Jamaica Valley seasonings. And obviously I can say that because it's my brand, but I stand by it. The seasonings are a testament to themselves. They stand alone. I use them. Once you go Jamaica Valley, you are not going anywhere else. They're literally the best seasonings on the market.
Okay, yeah. Nice. All right. With your marketing strategy, I see you have an ambassador. That's Wright.
White Yardie, yeah.
All right. How did that connection come about, or what made you feel that Wright Yardie was a perfect fit for Jamaica Valley?
We knew he was a perfect fit for Jamaica Valley because Wright Yardie represents everything that's Jamaican, and he's a real yard man. And he represents Jamaica Valley like it's his own. So the majority of the people who actually know about Jamaica Valley brand in the UK and US don't know that we're the owners. They don't know who we are. They think Jamaica Valley is owned by Wright Yardie, which is fine because he sells the brand like it is his. Yeah. He loves the brand.
And that is a good ambassador.
Yeah, he's a brilliant ambassador. And we've had ambassadors throughout the time, but he represents Jamaica to the fullest. And we needed somebody who was going to represent Jamaica to the fullest as part of the Jamaica Valley brand. So this is the reason why he has stood the test of time as far as being our ambassador. And he has flown the flag for Jamaica Valley like no other. So I mean, choosing what he obviously already had his influence.
Yes.
So we have to make sure that whoever's going to be an ambassador has an influence, and obviously his market would tie in with our market.
Yes.
And then so this is how the relationship came about. But now we're basically family. So yeah.
The way you talk about him, Jamaican?
Who Jamaica? Why are they?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean? From St. Elizabeth?
Yeah, man.
He's from St. Elizabeth. Put this in, because this will be good. Because he's from St. Elizabeth. What do you mean, man? Proper yardie.
Yeah, man. You go school at St. Elizabeth.
If he wasn't a proper yardie, we wouldn't use him. Because I'm not into. We're not into this pretending to be Jamaican
didn't
thing.
know it was Jamaican.
He's from Treasure Beach.
Alright, so the product is available outside of Jamaica. Is there a direct support from the diaspora compared to other regions?
We really do get support from everywhere in the diaspora, which is why we knew that we had to get into the USA, because when it wasn't available in the USA, people were coming onto the website from all different states asking why it's not available in New York, Florida.
Yes.
So it was something that we definitely had to do, because once we put the seasonings on the US market, we realized that they were even performing better on the website in the US than the UK. We get full support from the diaspora, I think, mainly because we're an authentic Jamaican company. Yeah. And it's so hard now to find a Jamaican brand that is actually a real Jamaican company behind it. So, like you said before, people will say Jamaica, but then when you look behind, it's not people that kind of look like you, or
Yep.
So yeah, I think the main support, and we fly the flag for Jamaica because we're proud Jamaicans, very, very proud Jamaicans. So, and I think it comes across in even our marketing unintentionally that we're proud to be Jamaican, and we're proud to bring this Jamaican product to the market. And so I think yeah, I think that's why we get the support that we do as well.
All right, nice. All right, I see where you do a lot of charity work within St. Ann, and we have to commend you because, as you mentioned, the factory is in Runaway Bay, you said?
Yes,
Runaway Bay. And a lot of companies, when they get to a certain size, they disregard Jamaica, and we have to commend you for that. But I wanted to just tell me a little bit more about the charity works that you do.
Well, to be honest with you, wherever it is that we have a connection with, we try to make sure that we are charitable in those particular areas, because it's important to give back. Particularly Jamaica, because giving back has always been something that we've always wanted to do, but we might not have had the means to do it. So no matter what it is that you're earning, you have to give back to your local community. So we do give back to our local community in the UK as well.
Yes.
So we sponsor Croydon Cougars basketball team.
Yes.
And in particular, we support Croydon Cougars because there isn't support for sports in the UK that a lot of young black people are into, and we realised that. And so this is the reason why we decided Croydon Cougars, because they weren't getting the support that they needed in order to even form a team.
Yes.
And so we worked with Paul Mundy, who is the owner of Croydon Cougars basketball team, and we've been their sponsor for a couple of years, and they've done really, really well as well. They're in Barcelona at the moment, and all of this is just through the support. In Jamaica, you want to talk about the Cause for Change Foundation?
Yeah, well, in Jamaica, we team up with Cause for Change. Big up to Richie and Jamins and the other guys.
Yes.
So they came to us with the idea. They have this charity, right? And then they want us on board. So whatever they do, whenever they're doing anything, they contact us. So, we do what we can. We drop in here, there, and there, we send money and whatever.
By anything it is that they need.
Anything they need.
They're really organised. What it is we don't have a registered charity in Jamaica.
Okay.
So for us to, and we don't accept donations, by the way, for anything, because we're not a registered charity. So everything that we do is just literally off of the profits that we made from Jamaica Valley. That's it. Which is our responsibility. So we're not asking for donations. What you do to support Jamaica Valley is enough, what our customers do. But Cause for Change Foundation kind of really struck a chord in our hearts, because it was literally giving back to disabled children in a region of hills where we're from, that they don't really get that much support. They're not government funded, and Cause for Change were able to find this home. So it's children that have been abandoned.
Yes.
By their family members, and we say children, but there's some young adults. Well, there's some adults there that are in their 30s. They've been abandoned for that many years.
Whoa.
And the home looks after them solely off the support and charity of the surrounding community. So for the last 3 years, Cause for Change have been doing their annual drive where they bring food.
You can call it the home name if you want.
Yeah, the home is called Widow's Mite.
Okay.
So they've been bringing, and if you do want to contribute to Widow's Mite, you can. There's a weekly bus that goes from Brownstown that carries food and things up to Widow's Mite. If you're kind of in.
Okay, where's this located?
They're based in Murray Mountain. It's called Murray Mountain. So it's probably about 35 minutes out of Brownstown.
Okay.
But there's a bus that actually passes Brownstown and goes up there, and so if you want to kind of donate anything. So so for the last 3 years, Cause for Change has been doing charity work with Widow's Mite, and we've just become a part of it by helping with their donations. And also they do Cause for Change are fantastic. They also do cooking. They'll cook for the local community and for the homeless. So they have drives like that as well throughout the year, where they cook for the homeless, cook for the street people as well, and then they just give it out. So we really just act as a support to Cause for Change
Yes.
charity, and do whatever it is that we can to support them in terms. But we don't want to just do charity in St. Anne. We, you know, as the business expands, we're not going to just stay in St. Anne. We want to do all over. We get the products that we get come from Kingston. We've got products that come from Clarendon. So St. Elizabeth. So we feel as though we can't just base everything in St. Anne. We need to go to all the different regions where we even get our raw materials from as well, and support wherever we can there. But you know, we just started, but giving back is number one. I mean, for us, just giving back.
Just want to get this straight. Manufacturing is done in St. Anne.
Yes.
However, you get the products from all over the island.
We get raw material from all over, because St. Anne doesn't grow everything.
True.
So what we can get in St. Anne's we get, but Clarendon does a lot of our products. Our raw material comes from Clarendon, and a lot of our products also come from Kingston.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. With the exception of the coconut powder that you mentioned earlier, is there any other product that you think needs to be manufactured more in Jamaica? So this is a business tip for who
needs to
interested
be manufactured in Jamaica. At the moment, I can't think off the top of my head, but I do know that snacks are not manufactured.
Well, some.
A lot of the snacks are not manufactured in Jamaica, and if they were, then that would be something that we would probably take on. So if there was a manufacturer that we could get snacks from with our own labeling, then we would. You know, I think even in terms of if you could get a proper factory that does drops in nice packaging, and they can say, we can manufacture drops for you. Everything needs to be done on a professional level, because when you are purchasing in large quantities, everything needs to be done on a professional level. But anybody who's going to go into manufacturing, just think professional. That's all I'll say. But we've got so many things we can manufacture. Drops, pink on top, a whole heap of baked goods as well. Start something, you know, just start from somewhere and reach out. If you feel like you've got a product and you're serious, just reach out, you know, and where you will realize our Instagram as well, Jamaica Valley UK. If you send a message, you'll probably get a reply within the next 5 minutes, because I'm on it. So yeah.
All right, as it relates to giving back to the community, is there a certain requirement or a certain criteria a particular charity initiative must have for Jamaica Valley to be interested or to assist?
To be honest with you, I've donated in a lot of instances that George doesn't even know, you know. So in the past, I've done back to school drives for Jamaica as well. I've done, people have actually contacted me, and I've sent, I've got a friend, FYAH, and I've organised with her to get groceries to Portland.
Yes.
You know, and if I feel like it's genuine, then it's something that I feel like if it speaks to me. But then remember, we can't do everything. We're still a small business as well. So, you know, it's not every day. And we get approached not only by charities in Jamaica and things like that. We hardly get in England every day. So in England every day, somebody wants you to send them products, to do this, sponsor this, sponsor that. I don't have a problem. We don't have a problem getting those emails, because you have to do, you know, you have to try to get sponsorship. We cannot sponsor everybody. It has to be something that resonates with us in order for us to go forward and proceed and help, because everybody is gonna want help. So the thing is with Cause for Change Foundation, it's something we can see with our own eyes. It's something that we can see the progress of it. We can see it tells a story. We know what it is that they're trying to do. Yeah, we go along with them to Widow's Mite. We see the children. We've formed relationship with the children now.
Taking a quick break from 10, brought to you by LiveFast Jamaica, to shout out to our sponsors. Rum Stripe by Red Stripe, unleash the Rumvolution. FYAH Factory for all your creative and printing needs. And JOE Company Ltd for the most refreshing coconut water, ginger lemon and fruit punch juices. All episodes are shot at the Real Studio, the Creative Hub. Normally we hear this saying, work and family don't go well together. But as husband and wife, how do you manage to find that balance between work and home?
Well, to be honest, it's like we're working from home then. But we always together like 12 hours a day for most of the time, me on the road. Sometimes I do 16 hours
yeah.
But from start, we like, well, my wife is my best friend. So you understand me? So we travel a lot. So whether business or not, we travel for business and we travel for pleasure. So I don't have no problem working with my wife. You understand me? My wife is my best friend. Just like you have a friend on the road and you understand me? I'm bridging on the road, you're bridging there. And so I don't have no problem with the business, with both the business and family matters still. So
I think business-wise, we both love business, and sometimes it's a bit. Sometimes I think we just get so caught up in business because it's our passion so much. So that's just something that we just love, both of us. So we connect very well on a business level, as well. And once we're in the UK, it literally takes over our lives because Jamaica Valley is, so what we try to do in order to make sure that everything isn't just business, we take very regular breaks, even if it's just for a week. So
sometimes days, weekends.
Yeah, so I think, we were in Jamaica 5 times last year, but it's good to be in Jamaica because you can have maybe 3 days dedicated to business, and then the rest of the time you can just dedicate to kind of going, checking friends, party, because we party as well. I don't want people to think that just because you have a business and we support the local parties.
Yeah, I'm a couple places too.
We go out. So and we don't go out at all in England. That's the thing, at all. So that's when we're in England, it's just work. And obviously, as a couple, as a married couple, you have to find that balance. Otherwise, even the business side is going to go down.
Yes.
So our balance is making sure that we take regular breaks. Sometimes George goes away on his own as well with his boys. I've hardly taken any time away, really. But I take time out when I need to take time out, and he takes time out when he needs to take time out as well. And sometimes we take time out together. We've been married for 21 years, so we kind of,
This year gonna be June, gonna be 22 years.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Congrats, man. That's nice. All right. You mentioned something earlier, and I was just thinking. So the product is available in UK, US, and Canada. However, you can buy it online as well, right?
Yeah.
So what if I'm in Jamaica? I can buy it online and ship it to Jamaica then?
You could, but I think it would be quite expensive to ship, and we don't want our customers to have to pay extra expenses just to get the product to them. We don't want that. So we want you to, I know it's hard, we're not sure exactly when, but it was the same with the US. We could ship from the US, but from the UK to the US at the time, but the premiums were too high. So we said, no, we're not doing it, because people would have actually done it. They would have actually paid the premium to get the product.
At one time, I saw a customer spend was like £8 for a season, and
£35 for shipping.
£35 shipping to ship it to the US, and that was
So we stopped. We stopped the shipping to the US.
I remember the shipping is not our money.
Yeah, the shipping is not our money. Yeah. So we stopped the shipping to the US until we had a base in the US. So now we have a base in Fort Lauderdale. We have an office there. We have a team. We have a daughter in Fort Lauderdale actually.
Okay, nice.
That's running things in Fort Lauderdale as well. She's got her full-time job, and she's also running the website for Jamaica Valley there. So we're based in the US now, which is fantastic. We're registered in the US as well now. So we're a registered business in the United States as well, in North America.
Okay, that's nice.
Just Jamaica, just hold on, because we don't want you to be paying premium prices. We're on our way.
All right, so we're looking at about 2025.
It could be before. It literally could be before.
It could be before, but call it 2025.
If a distributor reaches out to us after this podcast goes live, it could literally be before the end of the year.
Okay.
But if not, we will find a way to get our distribution set up in Jamaica. But that would
we just want
quickest way.
one good distributor. We don't want like 5 people and
Yeah.
then,
Yeah.
we just want one good distributor.
And we said this from before. Even when we were starting to sell the Jamaica Valley products in England and to get them onto the supermarket shelf, because George had to single-handedly go to every single supermarket, door to door, and put Jamaica Valley on that shelf. And all we said to them is, we'll bring customers to you. You don't worry about it. And that's what happened. We brought customers to them. You know, and then also our customers used to go to a supermarket. If they don't see Jamaica Valley, why are you not selling Jamaica Valley? Oh, we don't. Okay, and they just walk out and go to a supermarket that's got Jamaica Valley and do all their shopping there. So that is the love and support that we have got from our customers from since the beginning, and through that, even the supermarkets now call us and want to stock. So if you are a distributor and you're wondering if this product is going to do well for you, this is a win-win. And you don't have to do anything, because when it comes to our marketing, it's our product and it's for us to make sure that that we push the product and the customers can get the products where it is that they want to. So yeah.
Alright, so what are the future plans for Jamaica Valley? With the exception of Jamaica, because I already spoke about Jamaica and coming here.
Well, as we plan right now, for we have people from even in the Middle East who contact us.
Yes.
While the part of Europe as like France and Germany, and even now we have people from Dubai. For a lot of Jamaicans going to Dubai now and things like that. So we're looking forward to being in the Middle East, like Qatar, Dubai, you name it. So if that's far, at one time we used to have people who take the products from us all the way to Nigeria, but because of the economy in Nigeria now, and
she had to stop.
She had to stop because the money slide so much.
Yeah.
So you understand me? So it's unfair to the people now to pay. You understand me?
Yeah.
So
we had a distributor for a while in Nigeria.
For a while. So we had people,
everything was selling off in Nigeria.
We are the motherland.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just want to expand.
So we want to
globally.
be sky is the limit when you take it to Jamaica Valley right now. We want to be everywhere.
All right, nice. Yeah. All right, so reach to this part of the podcast now. 10 jar. So all you need to do is pick 10 pieces of paper from this jar. It contains questions and this and that scenarios. All you need to do is answer at least 8 to 10 questions, because you only get 2 passes. So you're only allowed to pass 2 of the questions. For example, if you should pick a piece of paper that says black or white, you have to select a color. And it's that simple. Let's go.
If life had a scent, what would it be and why? If your life had a smell, what would it be? A fragrance.
Okay.
Millions.
If life has a scent, it can be like a money scent then. For me, it's all about money and,
No, we're not all about the money.
No, not all about the money, but I mean...
Yeah.
Who would want to spend that money?
Who want to spend that money, and then I would like to help other people. For the more you have, the more you can help other people. So that's why I said a money sent then.
So money cologne, alright.
Go on, you want to do the next one?
No,
I'll do one.
You put this on. Let's see what this
It look like you get an easy one.
Yeah? Gee.
Oh my
God. I really wear my glasses so you don't care.
Create a conspiracy theory about a common household item and convince us it's true. Actually, I know a conspiracy theory about a household item about water.
Okay.
That we don't actually need to be drinking water. We need to actually be eating fruits, because fruits give us all of the nourishment that we actually need. So if we were just eating fruits, and I did a 40-day fruit fast, so if you don't need to really be drinking water, because all of the liquids that we need are in fruits. So yeah, that's but yeah, that's oh sorry, I tore that, sorry. Go ahead.
I read my glasses. You want me to
Yeah, I'll read it for you. It's small. How would you survive?
No, if life, see that?
No.
This is
Explain how you would survive a zombie apocalypse using only items found in your purse or pockets. You have to kill them with credit cards.
Well, I have to read out to that?
No,
man,
you just
just
need to
answer
answer it.
Okay. Well,
Or stab them in your keys.
I don't know. Well, I don't know if money could,
Bribe them.
bribe them. So
Use the money code.
use the money colour and spray them, you know. Well, I hope that will help me. So.
Oh, what?
Take someone. Why them Christian chicky like you know.
If your life story was turned into a musical, what would be the theme song? Oh my gosh, what would be the theme song? Does it have to be an actual musical, a real musical, or would I just make up my own title?
I guess it's your choice, but I guess anyone would work.
I don't even know what would be my theme tune to my musical.
You must have that one song where you say, yo, this song,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I talk about my life.
I mean,
must have- yeah.
I don't really know the song title, but it would be anything with regards to just working your way through the adversities and becoming the person who you are today. That's it really, because I mean, you start from basically nothing,
Yeah.
and then you just perseverance. So I guess it would just have to be something to do with persevering, and then becoming how you are today. I couldn't really answer it any other way.
This one said dancehall or soca.
Oh please.
Dancehall.
Yeah, of
That's a
course.
no question.
No question.
From a dancehall environment.
Yeah.
I want an easy one like that.
Yeah.
Create a jingle for a product that doesn't exist but should. Oh my God. Create a jingle.
Hey, they give us a try. Get you to sing something today.
What doesn't exist but should? Where do you get these questions from? Seriously. What? Help me out, mate.
What's it? What?
Create a jingle for a product that doesn't exist but should.
Just like think about a problem where you have
Yeah.
and just create a product to solve that problem.
Well,
Like a common problem.
As you said before, that milk we should be
Yeah.
something like that.
Can I create a jingle with that now?
No, but you don't. But me sure what you should do. You should create a jingle for like poverty, where you can. Remember, say you want to eliminate poverty. Yes.
Yeah.
So and that mean you know, but why you don't? So, well, that's what
Create
I
a jingle
think.
for a product. It says a product though.
Yeah, it's a product.
It's
Oh,
product.
product. Oh, a product. How was that then?
What do I want? Oh, I think it would probably have to be any form of food that you can eat, like crackers,
No, but-
biscuits, chocolates.
But things that
but
not
you
exist,
eat
but
it.
not exist.
No, but you can eat it and you don't put on weight.
No.
Well,
So you'd have to do
Oh.
that. Yeah. Food, good tasting food, where you can calorie,
Yeah.
good tasting food. That
would sell.
That would sell.
This one say now say listen, if you were a secret agent, what would be your signature spy? Get it? Secret. Get it?
What gadget would you have if you was a secret agent?
Invisibility. Invisibility.
You can make yourself invisible.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Invisibility, yeah.
You sure you want to go with that?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Invisibility.
Invisibility, yeah.
All right. We're not good at these, are we?
so you get the easy one, you know.
Town or country? Town or country? As in Kingston or... are we talking about Kingston? Kingston or...
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Kingston.
Well, I'm a country girl, so it has to be... I mean, I don't consider St. Anne, unless you go in the hills, as country, but I know Kingston people all consider once you step out of Kingston, you're in country. So, but I'm a country girl, so...
Let me even say, Spanish Town a country too, you know. And Portmore, well, some people consider Portmore as country, but people from Portmore say Portmore and a country.
I mean,
so.
I don't consider because I consider the majority of St. Anne coastline, because it's coast.
Yeah,
if you go into the hills, it's country.
For we country in the hills.
Yeah.
But outside, people outside are...
As they come out of Kingston, I'm a country girl. I mean, the other half of my family, my dad's family, are from Kingston.
Okay.
But I'm not, definitely wouldn't want to be in Kingston, personally. I like country. I love St. Anne. I think St. Anne is the most beautiful. It's not, well, I would say it's the most beautiful parish, but I also do love Portland. So, but
we come St. Anne become like, especially on the coast, like South Beach now. So South Beach, yes, and so. Yeah. This one say now, rain or sun, but who wants sun?
Oh, come on, that is so easy.
Who wants sun?
Yeah, right.
Although once already,
but
we have some papers now, what we do.
Alright, so you see, we still need a little balance.
I don't want this question.
So this is a son, but I mean, what is it?
Shensia versus Jay the Kingdom. Well, I cannot, the two of them are brilliant artists.
Yeah.
You have to choose.
I love Shensia. I love Shensia. You know.
Alright, hold on. So as a final question, the two of you get for answer.
Right, cool.
So the two of you get for choose one.
I love Jay the Kingdom too. Just putting it out there.
Well, that's the Jay the Kingdom.
You like Jay the Kingdom. He loves Jay the Kingdom.
Well, me and my daughter named Jay anyway.
Listen, we went to Sands and Jada gave us the show.
You was that son?
So it's Jay the Kingdom for him. His eyes were just.
But you know, I never saw Chensa perform yet, so.
Yeah, I haven't seen Chensa perform.
There's no way we can say Chensa, yes, and me.
I said Jada though.
Yes, Jada, alright, you see. What did you say?
No, as it was, we can't take no side.
I love the two of them. I'm not saying. I love the two of them.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah, man, two beautiful, talented
Two of them
females.
can work, so
Yeah,
I mean.
they're brilliant. The two of them are brilliant, man. Proud of them both.
Alright, so people, that was 10 jar. You heard the answers and you heard the questions. If your answers are any different, you can just tell us in the comments and then tell us what you think. Alright, so before we leave, I just want you to give some encouragement to upcoming entrepreneurs. After listening to the podcast, they realized that this wasn't their first business venture. And I just want you to talk to them about being consistent and things like that.
Well, what I have to say, you don't have to reach or wealth then to start a business and do something where you have the passion for. Because I like sales. From I was 14, I used to sell scallion and tomato on the sidewalk in Brownstown.
Yeah.
And you understand me? So I started at tender age sales, and I like sales. And you have to do something where you love. You understand me? Whether you're making money, everybody want to make money, but whether you're making money or not, do something where you love. Because maybe even making money and don't love the thing, and then again it discourage you.
True.
So I would say, just try find something where you love, and then stick to it. So that's all I have to say.
I would say also just be passionate about what it is that you're doing and don't look at it from a small level. Just think about, for me, when I started Jamaica Valley, I never thought, I'm just going to be selling to my mum, my dad, my friends. I always knew that we wanted to sell. I wanted to sell globally. I wanted to sell nationwide to everybody in the UK. So I think some people just think when you start a business, think big, and think about the business that you're starting and think how once you start the business, start thinking about how you would expand if the business becomes successful. Start thinking about that to begin with as well.
Yes.
And and perseverance. And you must have tunnel vision, because with Jamaica Valley, we had a lot of competition, or we had a lot of people who were doing a similar thing to us, but we had to believe in our brand and believe that that Jamaica Valley had the potential to be where it is today and beyond. So you just have to believe in your brand as well.
Okay. And for those who are watching and would like to get into contact with you, you can just give us your email address and social media handles and all of that.
Yeah, so if you want to contact us, any business inquiries, you can if you contact us at jamaicavalley876@gmail.com, that email will then be forwarded to the relevant department, depending on your inquiry. If you want to follow us on Instagram, we do cooking tutorials, recipes. You know, we have about 160,000 followers on Instagram, and we're very interactive. We post daily. You can follow us on Instagram at Jamaica Valley UK, and we're also on TikTok, Jamaica_Valley_foodie, FOODIE on TikTok. So I think that would be that would basically be most of the things. We're also on Facebook, so if you see Jamaica Valley on Facebook, you can follow our page there as well. Thanks to all the shops, all the supermarkets, all the shops in the UK that stock our products. And thanks to all the customers who have supported Jamaica Valley from the beginning. If you're new to Jamaica Valley, thank you for becoming part of the Jamaica Valley family. And we just want to thank LiveFast for inviting us onto this podcast. And we wish him the success with this podcast too, because it's a great podcast to talk about business and highlight Jamaican business as well. So we're just happy that we could be here today. And thank you everybody for watching.
Thank you.
All right, people. So there you have it. This was a next episode of 10, Startup to Success, with the owners of Jamaica Valley. Who will be here next? We don't know. Just stick around. Soon come.
LiveFast Jamaica.